You were promised something. They said, if you work hard enough, life will reward you. So you believed it. You worked while others slept. You sacrificed comfort. You ignored your own health. You told yourself, one day, it will be worth it. But that day never came. And slowly, a question started forming in your mind. Why am I still here? Part 1, the biggest lie ever sold. Hard work is sold as a virtue. But in reality, it's a tool. A tool designed to keep society running. Someone needs to clean. Someone needs to lift. Someone needs to serve. Someone needs to obey schedules. Hard work keeps the machine alive. But the machine was never built to make you rich. Part 2, poverty is not laziness. Look around. The poorest people are not lazy. Construction workers. Daily wage laborers. Factory workers. Delivery drivers. They work until their bodies break. So why are they still poor? Because effort alone has no negotiating power. Part 3, when hard work becomes a prison. Hard work consumes your time, energy, mental clarity. By the time you're done working, you're too tired to think, too tired to plan, too tired to learn something new. This is not accidental. Exhausted people don't rebel. They don't question. They don't redesign their lives. They just survive. Part 4, the system rewards obedience, not thinking. If you work hard without asking why, you become obedient. And obedience is cheap. The system loves people who follow instructions, respect hierarchy, don't demand ownership. Hard work without questioning creates perfect workers, not leaders. Part 5, time is your invisible enemy. Hard work almost always means you get paid per hour. This sounds fair. But it's a trap. Because time is finite. No matter how motivated you are, you can't clone yourself. Your income is capped by your body. When you stop working, the money stops. That's not freedom. That's dependency. Part 6, busy is the new slavery. Being busy feels productive. But busy people don't build wealth. They build fat. There's something even more dangerous than working hard. Believing that suffering is noble. You were taught to glorify struggle. To wear exhaustion like a badge of honor. To feel guilty when you rest. But let me ask you something uncomfortable. Who benefits from you being tired all the time? Hard work keeps you focused on today. Bills. Deadlines. Survival. It steals your ability to think about tomorrow. And when you're trapped in survival mode, you don't build. You comply. Here's the truth nobody likes to admit. Hard work trains you to accept less. Less time. Less freedom. Less control. Because once you depend on a paycheck, your courage slowly disappears. Not because you're weak, but because fear is powerful. Think about this. Why are people who work the hardest the ones who say, I can't afford to take risks? But the people who own systems say, I can afford to wait. Time works for them. For you, time works against you. Hard work without direction turns into loyalty. Loyalty to jobs. Loyalty to routines. Loyalty to systems that don't care if you're replaced tomorrow. And the scariest part? Most people never realize it. They confuse busyness with progress. But here's where things change. The moment you stop asking, what should I do next? And start asking, why am I doing this at all? That's the moment the spell begins to break. The goal was never to escape work. The goal was to escape dependency. To build something where your effort stacks. Instead of disappearing at the end of every month. Because the real difference between the poor and the wealthy is not effort. It's ownership. Ownership of skills. Ownership of time. Ownership of decisions. Music slows, softer now. So before you go back to working harder tomorrow, ask yourself this. Is your hard work building your future? Or is it protecting someone else's? Brief silence. Because once you see this truth, you can't unsee it.